What's up, guys? Welcome back to the MSR Workshop. So I've got another unboxing and review for you from our friends over at Vector Optics. That's right, they have sent us a new rifle scope for review, and this is the new Veyron 4-16 by 44 first focal plane scope. I can't wait to see what comes in this box because they have been killing it over there on their new scope reviews and releases recently. So let's get this guy unboxed and see what's inside and see what it can do. So the lovely optic that we have been given today for review is the Veyron by Vector Optics. This is their Generation 2 version, and I don't believe it says Generation 2 anywhere on the box, but this is their 4-16 power HD. So let's go ahead and get this guy unboxed while I talk a little bit about it. So it is a first focal plane scope with an etched glass reticle and 0.08 mil illuminated floating dot. So you'll notice inside the box that it comes with the typical goodies, as do all Vector Optics scopes. Now I just peeked in here briefly, and I think this one comes with just a few more fun things. First off, you do get an awesome little sticker. And each one of their different lines, it seems like they have been sending stickers that correspond to the rifle line that you're getting. So if you're a sticker collector like me, this is pretty cool. Next you have, as always, the Enter the Continental coin, which I always really enjoy those. I always think those are super cool. Next, they have been including these little clip-on keychain bags that comes with a lens cleaning cloth inside and a little bitty clip so you can put it on your keyring and just have something to wipe down your scope if it gets dirty at all times. Next, there are included 30mm Weaver style scope rings. With the corresponding tightening Allen wrench. And nothing crazy fancy, but nice enough nonetheless. Next, I noticed this popping out right away, and this is cool. This is the first scope that I've had from them that includes a parallax wheel. And this one is an aluminum parallax wheel. Kind of cool how it works, and it's a camshell design where there's a little screw that you loosen right here. This thing opens up and then fits right back over your parallax wheel to help making adjustments that much easier. And when we install this, I'll show you how to put this on. Next, we have your little range key. This is for adjusting your zero stops. It's got little plastic nubs here. Instead of using a coin that can mar your scope, you've got this plastic thing here, as well as a little key ring here so you can attach it to your keys. And next we have this really cute little guy here. So starting off with on the front, you have already installed flip up scope caps, which are nice. And it comes with a rubber gasket. So we'll go ahead and take these guys off just so we can see the whole scope here. So one thing is this is marketed not specifically, but recommended for airgun shooters. And it has push-pull locking mechanisms here. Top and bottom. Now I've noticed some of their scopes that are more geared towards in the field, you'll just have a locking windage, where this has both elevation and windage that are locking. Very nice, loud, positive clicks. Let me get the mic here so you can hear it. So according to Vector Optics, we have 30 millimeter tube and up to 30 millimeters of elevation travel. We have 6 levels of illumination with a very nice large illumination knob, so lots to grab onto. And it is on-off buttons between each detent. So you can set it and then just one click to turn on. Now this takes a CR2032 battery, which it does not include, so you will need to provide your own battery. Now on the parallax adjustment, it's nice. It does go all the way down to 10 yards, and as all should, to infinity adjustment as well. The front diopter is very nice and smooth. The minimum zoom on this is 4, and it goes all the way up to a 16 power there. Now, because this is a small compact scope meant for, say, airgunners or hunters with small rifles, it does not include a lens shade, but instead they have given you one of these diffusers here, which helps block out sun coming through. And this would just thread right on front for a nice seamless fit. So let's go ahead and put on our parallax wheel here. And to do that, Allen key, loosen that up until this opens right up. And this is kind of a neat design. Instead of just cramming over there with a rubber gasket, it clamshells right over, and you can position it wherever is best for you. Give it a couple turns so it's snug. And there is a ridge that fits all the way around here. So when you shove it down, you know that you're on there square and straight, which I didn't. Tighten that back up. And now you have a cute little scope with a very, very nice, smooth parallax wheel. So overall, the fit and finish of this is great. Everything is smooth. The clicks are nice. I love this little bitty parallax wheel here. You got some free scope rings. You have a cool sticker. You have all of the tools needed to get started. So now let's go ahead and mount this up to the air rifle, do some shooting. But first, let's take a look through the lens and see what kind of optic quality we're getting. Now, Vector Optics claims this is a multi-coated HD lens, so I'm very excited to try this out and see what it looks like and take a look at their reticle that they have done on this. Now, because this is the first focal plane, you should see the reticle zoom in and out. Let's go ahead and get this mounted up, and then we'll talk a little bit more about it. All right, guys, so we've got this put in the camera rig, and we're going to be shooting some color shots to start with. So we are on our lowest magnification setting of 4. And as you can see, a lot of dead things around that color chart, dead grass, not a whole lot of greenery, not a lot of color coming through. We're shooting about 25 yards away. But this should give you an idea of some of the color that starts to come through at 25 yards, just 4x magnification. So let's start zooming in. There's 5, 6. You start to see more of that color chart come in. Let's jump to 8, which is our halfway mark. And kind of look at that, and that does look really good. Really nice, fine reticle on this. Very nice, fine, crisp lines on this Christmas tree. Center floating dot, which is also ideal. And let's zoom all the way into our 16x here. Make sure we're good and focused. So I think that looks really, really good. Didn't notice it get dark at all or anything. Now, if you see some edge fuzziness around that, that is more to do with the camera getting the exact focal edge to edge than the lens itself. The lens was very, very crisp and clear just looking at it through the naked eye. I was very impressed with it. I was not expecting the clarity and the quality and the brightness of this. So very exciting to see. Let's see if we can just do some digital zooming in on here. And there is that color chart for you. Let's back that off just a little bit and see if it gets brighter. Let's go back to our halfway mark. So there's halfway. Halfway. Back to that maximum. And still remain just as bright as halfway. So really no color drop off whatsoever. Now let's see if I can mess with the focus just a little bit. And you'll see the edges start to come into focus when I pull focus just a little bit away from that center. And of course now my edges on that Christmas tree reticle are starting to get very crisp. And if I start to move back toward the center just a little bit, you'll see the edges get fuzzy just a little bit. So now let's move up to our distance that's 550 yards away, which is the other bench rest mark that I use just to show what extreme distance looks like, and if I'm getting any mirage, what my color clarity looks like from that distance, and just if I can make out details of certain things. So I'm going to put pause on this and we'll move outside now. All right, guys, so this is our radio tower here at 550 yards away to about the midway point. The top is probably a lot farther than that. But as you can see, you can even see those little blinky lights on top. And this is only at the 4 power magnification. And it is a bright blue sky with not any clouds in it. And I have the sun coming in in front of me, kind of off to the side, and that diffuser is doing a really good job of blocking the sun out and not giving me horrid lens flares and everything. So let's go ahead and start zooming in on this tower here. And we'll go ahead and just move into our midway point there. And very impressed with the quality of this. And before I had been showing pictures of these dishes, my tree is in the way. Because of the angle of the sun that's coming in, I really couldn't change angles much or sunlight would be directly in this. And no amount of diffusers is going to block that kind of sun out. But I think this top thing with the blinky lights on it is a great example of the quality that you're going to get. So let's go ahead and zoom into your max. Let's do a little bit of digital zoom here. And as you can see, really, really looks great. And that's a long ways away for something that's only a 16 power in such a compact little package. Let's pan a little bit and you can see another shot of This good looking Christmas tree reticle with a floating dot. Now, the illumination, I tried it before shooting this video, and it was almost non-visible at a 6 power, which is the highest level. So this is not recommended for any kind of bright daylight or any time that the sun is out at all. Really dusk and dark is when you want to use it, and only the center dot is illuminated. We'll try using it here, see if we can see it at all once we start shooting a little bit and doing some target practice with that. But right now there is no possible way for you guys to see this dot with the sun out like it is. So let's move on to the shooting portion of the video, where I'm going to go ahead and mount this to my AGT Vixen in .22 caliber and do some precision shooting with it. Okay guys, so we are outside on the range and we're going to do a few practice shots here. See where we're at. All right, so I just put a stick up in here. Let's see if we can do a little trimming of the stick here.
I'd call that a success. Let's trim this a little bit more, because, you know, our branches are too long. Yeah, let's get this one. This one's a little too long, too. Yeah, this one needs to go a little bit shorter, because it's important to have your trees trimmed. And how about these little scragglers down here? Yeah, these are a little bit long. Let's trim this one right here. Oh! We missed that one. There we go. That's kind of where we want it. And this guy needs a good trimming down here, too. That branch looks better. You know what? Let's just give this a good old-fashioned haircut. Right there. Now that's a proper looking stick.
Alright guys, that is it for this video. I just want to let you know I was really impressed by the Vector Optics Veyron 4-16. This is a great little package. I really liked everything about it, especially this little parallax wheel. This was really cool. This is actually the second scope only that has ever been sent with a parallax wheel that has not been an additional purchase. So I thought that was really cool. The windage and elevation stops on this and the locks on this worked really, really well. The clicks were really nice. It zeroed in almost instantaneously, really, really quick for me. I found no slop in these, no difficulty just getting things right. The tracking was great on it, as are most scopes from Vector Optics. I've never had actually a scope from Vector Optics that the tracking hasn't been just dead on every time. If I had one complaint, I would say maybe the lens caps, but as with more premium style lens caps, you do get an increase in price. So there is that to consider. The scope rings, you may want to upgrade those in the future. They're just basic scope rings, but they do work, and I like that they are included in case you just want an all-in-one package just to throw on whatever gun you've got and it's ready to go. Now, I would highly recommend this for any small bore caliber rifle, say it's a 22 long rifle, or air guns, and that's what I've got it mounted on here today. This is my AGT Vixen in 22 caliber, and as you saw from the video, it shoots fantastic with this guy on here. The illumination works well. Overall, yeah, this is just a fantastic scope. But if you guys want to get your hands on one, you can follow the link in the description below where I will leave a discount code. Also, it does help the channel out. But I also want to thank my sponsor for this video, and that is Vector Optics. They have so kindly sent me this and multiple other scopes for testing and review. And I really can't wait to see what they drop next. If you want to see more content like this, be sure and leave a comment in the description below. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button and stay tuned for all my next videos. Thanks again, guys.